What's up team? Today I'm going to show you how to use one of my favorite pieces of cardio equipment. More and more gyms have them now, so it's a great tool for you to use with building up your endurance, but also building some sprint and power capacity as well. That is the Assault Bike. Some may call it different brands, call it different things. Rogue have a brand, Tornado. So let's take a little look at this piece and how it works. Do not be afraid of it. The good thing about the bike is that it's quite easy to move around. Most of them will have a handle at the back and some wheels at the front. So we can do this and move it wherever we want, making it quite a versatile piece of kit. Okay? So the first thing we need to know is what height do we need it at, and that's the same for any bike, whether that's a spin bike or assault bike or a bike outdoors. Generally we want it in line with around the hip height, okay? So we don't want it too low or too high. For this one, it has a little handle at the back where I can pull it out, lift it up or down to where I want it to get to. So for me, that's about right, and push it back in. Some of them will be a screw and then a pulley, and you can adjust it and then set it in. Some of them have numbers as well, so you know what height you want it at, no matter where you kind of go. We can also move the seat forwards and backwards, maybe not on all of them, but most of them. This one's just got a little handle underneath the seat, which allows me to move it forwards or backwards, okay, and then that locks in place. I quite like this one. It's quite a heavy duty one, so next thing I'll do is get on. You know it's a reasonable height if when the pedal is at the bottom, you've still got a little bit of bend in the knee. If the knee's completely kind of locked out like that and you're overreaching, you're going to jar your knee, which is no good. At the same time, if it's too low and you've got too much bend in the knee, like so when you come up to the top, if your knee's like up here, then it's definitely too low, the seat, all right? It's not going to be optimal for producing power, which is what we want. So this bike's cool. It's got different handles. Some of them just have these ones. This is also quite a well-built, heavy-duty one as well. So really simple to get it going. Start cycling the legs, pushing with the hands. You can choose whichever grip feels more comfortable for you. And essentially this is it. Bang, drive the legs, push and pull with the arms. If you want to make it more arm driven, so if you want to focus a bit more on just conditioning upper body and arms, this is fantastic because we can put our feet on. And we just push-pull with the arms. Okay, that is a killer. Try and do that at a reasonable intensity for a minute and you will be burning up, I guarantee it, whichever grip you use. So how I like to use this kit, I may do some interval work. So working on some explosive power, maybe working for short bursts for 10 seconds, 20-second or 40-second rest, something like along those lines. We can also do some continuous work. Pretty boring to stay on for more than like 10 minutes, but some good guidelines I like to set is like a 100 calorie target. So trying to get 100 calories on here as quick as possible. The other thing I'm going to show you is what the actual screen looks like and some different options on there. Okay, so when you have got going, there are some preset options usually on the bike, which you can just click onto and then get going. Okay, so let's take a little look at them. So unfortunately we're getting a little bit of a flare back on me here, but we can still see some of the controls. So we have got some custom things. We can do interval custom, which is where you're going to essentially set your own intervals up. Okay, so you can choose how many intervals you want to do, up or down. So that's going to increase the number of intervals. Enter. You can choose how long you want to work for, how long you want to rest for, etc. If I come out of that, stop. Another option, what we can do is 10-20. Essentially, that means we are going to work for 10, I think. 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look. Okay, so this one means I'm going to work for 20 seconds in red and rest for 10, and it has a set number of intervals. I can also do this option, which is a opposite way. So I'm going to smash it for 10, rest for 20. So this one I find is really good for building kind of power endurance. This one is a little bit too short of time. So if you're going max effort for 20 seconds, 10 seconds just isn't enough to keep anywhere near the same intensity. Other options as well, you can just put target calories or target distance in. So like I said, if you wanted to set it for 100 cals, you can click on there. You can set, so anything up to basically 1,000, which you definitely don't want to do, and enter it when you want to go. So those are a few options. As I said, a fantastic piece of kit. Do not be afraid of it. You now know how to set it up properly, some different options to work on it. And if I go onto the website, I'll post some options below on some different kind of variations of how I like to use the Assault bike in my workouts. Take it easy and thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe.